Hello students, welcome in my YouTube channel, and today we will have to study the topic of environmental chemistry. Myself, Dr. Jyoti Shegokar, and I am going to teach you the topic of environmental chemistry. So particularly we have to study today the structure of environment. Now we will see one by one. So first of all, what is environment? In order to study the environmental chemistry, we should have idea about environment. As we know that we are studying from our childhood that what is environment? Environment is the presence of all the living as well as non-living things around us and including us also. So that is called as an environment. Now we have to study that environment in terms of chemistry. So we might have heard about environmental chemistry. So environmental chemistry means study of that environment or study of presence of chemical species in that environment in terms of the chemistry. So particularly the specific definition of environmental chemistry is that the study of chemical species which is found in the environment in terms of its sources, its reactions, its pathways, and last one is its consequences on living as well as non-living things. So that is called as the environmental chemistry, and that we have to study today in detail. So after that environmental chemistry's definition, we will move toward the structure of environment. So before that, the environmental chemistry, how it is studied or what is its importance. So environmental chemistry is not only related with the scientist who is always in work about the always in the busy in the work about the environment, that what will happen after some time if such type of control measures are not taken like this, but also those people or those human being or those animal who is living simply in his lives. So it is a very important topic, or we can say that important discipline or important, particularly its study is very important. So it is also called as a multidisciplinary study. Now multidisciplinary it is because it is used in different type of disciplines, like in engineering it is studied as we are studying. In agricultural sciences, without study of environment, it is not possible to study the another disciplines, like metallurgy, like life sciences, then different type of medicinal sciences. So where there is a different disciplines are there is a study of environment. So it is a very vast terminology. So it is also called as a multidisciplinary study. Now after that, we will see the structure of environment. So, what is the structure of environment? Particularly structure, it includes lithosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere, and atmosphere. So, from that words itself, it indicates the particular study. So, first of all, lithosphere. Litho means nothing but the rock or soil or whatever solid substance. So, that sphere which is just present in the environment includes the lithosphere. So, the study of all solid substances into the environment. Next, hydrosphere. Hydro means water, and here there is a study of water which is where it is present into the environment, that is hydrosphere. Then biosphere, bio means life or living organisms, that study of living organisms which is found into this environment, that comes under the biosphere. And then atmosphere. In atmosphere, where there is a air present, atmosphere is present, so that is to be studied after these particular three segments. So these are also called as a structure of environment and different segments of environment. So first of all, lithosphere, that we have to see in somewhat detail. So as this is a diagram of Earth, if we can see, it is for our sake of convenience, this diagram is drawn here. So as this is the Earth, here there are three different or three main parts of this Earth. Central portion, which is present at the very much center of the earth, that is called as a core. Then after that core, there is such type of large area which is called as a mantle, and last one is the which is just above the earth surface on which we are living, that is called as a crust. So in this way there are three different parts are divided from the total earth, or particularly lithosphere. So particularly in this portion of the crust, all the nutrients, all the living organisms, then all the most of the different type of minerals are found. So we will study here only the crust particularly, which is also called as the earth crust. Now in this earth crust, different type of material is present, like organic material, inorganic material, and mucus type of material. So organic material, it is a very important material for the life on the earth. So this organic material includes carbohydrates, which includes the polysaccharides, oligosaccharides, all other types of sugar, vitamins, proteins, fats. So all those which are organic material, which is having carbon and carbon containing material, that is called as a particularly the organic material. While inorganic material, as there are different type of metals present into the lithosphere, with that metal different type of molecules are formed or salts are formed, that comes under the particularly the inorganic type of material. So this inorganic material includes the oxides of manganese, ferrous, aluminium, then different oxides of nitrogen, sulfur. Whenever they are present in the lithosphere, they are the part of lithosphere. So such type of oxides are present. Then silicates are present, silicates of potassium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, that silicates. Then carbonates of calcium and magnesium. So all these substances which are present, carbonates, silicates, oxides, these are considered as a inorganic material which are very much helpful for the preparation of food on the surface of earth. So this is particularly the constituents of earth crust. Then after that, the water which is present into the earth crust or surface of earth. So particularly those portion which is the earth crust, it is up to the 40 kilometers from the surface of earth inside the earth. So that is particularly the productivity, it determines the particularly productivity. So this water which is present, it is very much helpful, that the that ions are exchanged by the presence of that mucus or water which is present. So then again that water is required for the different type of growth of the plants, or whether the animals are present inside, so its growth also the water is important. So in this way, in this earth crust, such type of things are there. Then the next term which I want to say you, that when we move from Earth's surface towards its coral portion, the different type of changes are there in temperature, in pressure, and in density. When we move from this crust towards this core, there is increase in density. First of all, there is increase in density, and when it will move toward the coral portion, there is decrease in density. So such type of changes is there. Then temperature is also increased from crust towards the coral portion. Pressure, it is also increased from crust towards the coral portion. So in this way, the particular study of lithosphere is going on there. Now after that, hydrosphere. Hydrosphere, it is a very important part of this total environment. So the total earth surface which is found, if it is considered that 100% earth surface is there, so out of that up to 71% water is totally present, means up to 71% of the portion of the earth totally occupied by water. But in that 71%, but if we consider that this 71% is 100% water, means totally the 71% is 100% water. So out of that, up to 97% of water is locked up into large seas and oceans. which is a very saline, salty water, which is not useful for the drinking purpose. So, say 97% of water is totally useless for us as it contains a lot of salt. Now, after that, 2.4% of water it is present in giant glaciers which are found on the poles, as well as the polar ice caps. Means that water which is present is into the solid state, so it is also not useful for the drinking or use of domestic purposes. So that's why this is not also used. Now, how much water is remained from the 100%? Up to 0.6%. So in the 0.6% also, the some of the water may be locked up into the clouds or in the particular space. So remaining water which is not more than 1% or less than 0.5 up to, means not more than 0.5% water is available for the drinking purpose, and that water is to be used. That water is present in river, lake, ponds, wherever dams or whatever, whenever, means bore water, means well water. So in where that water is present on the surface of earth and useful for the, as we can say that the potable water, that is present up to only 0.6%. So water is having a very much peculiar character of hydrogen bonding. So this hydrogen bonding is having its particular characteristics, that due to which only water it have its melting point of 0%, that is freezing point, sorry, 0 degrees Celsius, while the boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius. It means that life of the water is 0 to 100 degrees Celsius in the liquid state, and that is useful for us. We can say that if the water is not having such type of, it would not have such type of hydrogen bonding, the life would not be possible without the such type of hydrogen bonding. So this is the very much peculiar character of water. Then water is also called as a universal solvent, that number of solute show its solubility into the water. Lot means maximum. So that is, it is called as a universal solvent. So in this way there is a very much importance of hydrosphere, and for the use of human being or use of different animals, plants, water is a very important thing. Now next one is a biosphere. Bio means living. So this bio or these living things, wherever these are present, that living things may be present. There is no particular sphere like a lithosphere or hydrosphere, but living things may be found in any type of sphere. Like in hydrosphere, living organisms, we know that aquatic animals are present. In lithosphere, we know that bacteria, different type of plants, lichens, then different type of animals are present where there is oxygen found. So it is related to hydrosphere, it is related to lithosphere and atmosphere. We well know, we are having idea about it, that animals or the life is present in the atmosphere where there is a air present. So this biosphere is not a particular segment, but it is related to all segments. Just consider that this is the earth surface, then these are the clouds, or we can say that this is the sky, means space in between, and here there is the presence of water. So all this type of sphere that may be related to the water, that may be related with the solid, that is lithosphere, and may be related with the air. So all these type of segments or spaces where there is a life is present, considered as a biosphere. So particularly uh, from the sea level up to the 6,000 meter, that is 6 kilometer above, and 10 kilometer 10,000 meter, that is 10 kilometer below the sea level, is considered as a biosphere. Means it comes all the type of, there comes all the type of living things. So this is the biosphere. Now last one which remains is the atmosphere. So atmos means air. So those gaseous blanket which is found around or surrounding to the Earth's surface is called as a atmosphere. So particularly atmosphere includes different type of gases which is very much useful for the sustaining life on the Earth. So it includes nitrogen. We know that maximum amount of nitrogen is present in atmosphere. That is up to 78%. Then oxygen, it is also a very important component of atmosphere or air. So up to 20.9 or nearly 21% atmosphere in oxygen is present in atmosphere. Then after that carbon dioxide, somewhat 0.033% of carbon dioxide is present. Argon, 0.9% of argon is present, and with that the lot of different gases like oxides of nitrogen, oxides of sulfur, oxides of carbon. So all these types of gases are present surrounding to the earth, which includes atmosphere. So atmosphere, particularly just above the earth surface here like this, the atmosphere is considered those gases blanket is present, and it is very important for the life. Like what this atmosphere does, it absorbs the sun rays which are coming from the sun and helps to increase the temperature of earth, due to which only it is possible to live. It means that if we see on the moon there is no atmosphere, but when there is a sun rays are fall on the moon, there is no any, because of absence of atmosphere, there is no absorption of heat, and that's why it is having a very less temperature whenever there are not sun rays fall on the moon surface. So maximum means their temperature, it may be somewhat hundreds of minus hundreds of degrees Celsius. So that means that there is a no life found, and only because of this atmosphere or different gases of atmosphere life is there on the earth surface. Then after that, particularly if we have to see the different type of, if we want to see the different type of uses of specific gases like nitrogen. Like nitrogen is a very important nutrient, and it is used in the photosynthesis process by the plants. So it is a very, we can say that, a very important ingredient to prepare a food. Without nitrogen, it is not possible to prepare a food. So nitrogen, the next one is a carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is that gas which is having a highest capacity to absorb sun rays. Then water vapor, it is also an important gas which is helpful for absorbing water vapor. Then oxygen, oxygen is a most important gas which is useful for the breathing, or we can say that respiration process for the animals. Means if oxygen would not have there, it is not possible to have a life or existence of life on the surface of earth. So in this way, this atmosphere is having a very wide importance. So in this way, the structure of environment is studied here. So today we have seen the environmental chemistry, its definition, how it is studied, and then segments or structure of environment in terms of lithosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere, and atmosphere. So this is a very important topic, not only related to the particularly the chemistry or engineering thing, but it is also important for the different type of competitive exams. Maximum questions are asked on this particular topic. So it is a very important topic, and you listen this topic carefully, and you listen also my video and watched it. Thank you very much.